Today, I'm going to explain the movie called The Cold Skin from 2017. Spoilers ahead, watch out and take care, and I hope you enjoy it. At the beginning of the movie, we see a meteorologist named Friend. He was sent to a remote island by the government to collect the weather report of that island. Each year, one meteorologist was sent to that island for this work. Friend had to collect the weather report of everyday weather and send it to the government. The government gave him food ration for 1 year and a house to stay in. And then, the captain of the ship and Friend went to that house. They could only see a lighthouse from that house. Then the captain and Friend went to that lighthouse. They saw a man sleeping inside the lighthouse. His name is Gruner. Captain asked him, 1 year ago, another meteorologist came here. Where's he now? Gruner replied that he had died long ago. Then the captain asked him, where is his dead body? Gruner told him that one day he went to the sea while he was sick. He never returned after that day. And then the captain left with Friend. Actually, the government would hire a new meteorologist each year. When the new one came, the old one would leave. And then the captain left Friend on that island. But before he left, he gave him a gun and said that you will be in so much danger on this island. So, please take care of yourself. And then there was no one else but Gruner and Friend on that island. And then Friend went to his room and looked at the stuff. Then he found an old diary of the weather report. There was a sketch of that lighthouse in that diary, and there were also some pictures of strange creatures. Friend thought that he lived here alone, and maybe that is why he drew all of these. And then Friend fell asleep. He got into his job from the next morning. That night, Friend was sitting in his room. Suddenly, he saw that there was something behind the door. Then he went to the door, and there was no one. But someone was putting his hand under the door. The hand looked like a strange animal's. Friend got scared after seeing this. He went to the basement. He stayed there the whole night. When he woke up at morning, he came out of his basement. And he came out. Then he found out some strange footprints of something. The footprints went to the sea from his house. Friend could not understand anything. Then he went to the lighthouse and knocked on Gruner's door. But Gruner didn't open the door. Gruner told him that you should have left with them. Friend realized that the creature who came last night will also come tonight. That's why he made a fence with wood around his house, so that the creature could not get inside his house. And then he gets inside and finds a gun with some bullets. He became a little braver after finding the gun. And then at night, those creatures came again. And Friend fired at them, but the creatures were so many in number. And that's why Friend lit his wooden fence on fire, so that the creatures would go away. But his door also caught on fire. Friend got so scared and thought that his whole house would catch on fire. And then he gets out of his house and notices that the creatures ran away from there because they are scared of fire. Friend's house was burning, and he saw that from behind a big rock. The next morning, he saw that Gruner came outside to take water, but then a creature came in front of him. Friend thought that the creature was here to attack him. That's why he pointed his gun at it. But then Gruner came there and asked Friend to let it go. It will not harm you. And then Gruner called the creature to go to him. Then the creature went to him. Then Gruner told Friend that you can stay with me in the lighthouse if you want, because Gruner had enough space and food for both of them. Then Gruner told him, once a creature came to kill me, but I trained him well. Now he is like a pet of mine. He stays with me and listens to what I say. Then Friend told him that you could have left with my ship, but didn't you leave? Then Gruner told him, I don't want to go back. I like this place better, and this is my kingdom, and I am the king of my kingdom. I can stay here however I want. This place suits me. Then Friend told him, all right, you can stay here as long as you want, but when a new ship comes here, I will give them a sign so that they will come here and take me with them. Gruner told him that no ship will come here. Only 1 or 2 ships come here after so long. One of those ships was yours, and it will come back here 1 year later. Don't worry, those creatures only come at night. They don't come out at daytime. That's why you have to be careful at night and take care of yourself. I'm here to help you as well." And then Gruner put the creature on the rooftop, and then the creature started crying. All the creatures came there after hearing him cry, and they attacked the lighthouse. Gruner started firing at them and told Friend to fire at them as well, but Friend couldn't do it. He lost consciousness and fainted there. Gruner fought with the creatures the whole night on his own, and then, in the morning, he woke up Friend and told him, "If you want to stay here, then you must do something. You will have to fight with those creatures. You must have energy to fight them." Then he told him to get water. When he came back with the water, he saw that Gruner and that creature were having sex. Friend was surprised after seeing this. Then they had breakfast together, and at night, those creatures came again. Then Friend started shooting at them. Gruner closed the door from inside and left Friend to fight there on his own. Friend fired at them the whole night. In the morning, we noticed that they might stay together, but they were not friends. They just lived together. And then the creatures didn't come tonight. Then Friend told Gruner maybe they got scared to see us together. They will come here again, because they know that we can fight them back. Gruner said no, we killed most of them. Now they are increasing their numbers. Then they will attack us. And then we saw that the creature was showing mercy to Friend, because it started to think that Friend was its family, and it was too far away from its family. Friend gave the creature a name. It was Anaris. And then many nights have passed, but no creatures have attacked them. And then they thought that they would not come anymore, and they started playing chess. That night, they didn't turn on the lights outside of the lighthouse. Then so many creatures attacked them together. Gruner got hurt in his leg in this attack, but both of them were still alive. And then we saw that the one female creature whose name was Anaris, she was licking Gruner's wound to fix it. Actually, some kinds of liquid comes from her tongue that can fix any kind of wounds. And then one day, Friend was sitting on the beach, and he saw a ship. He became so happy. Then he gets the flare gun from the lighthouse and tries to shoot it at the sky. But Gruner stopped him and took the flare gun. But Friend took it back from him and shot it. But the ship went so far. Actually, Gruner does not want anyone else to know about this island, and he wants to stay here all alone. Then he started beating him, but Anaris attacked Gruner. Gruner got so angry at her and started beating her as well, but Anaris ran away from there. When Anaris got to know that Friend wants to leave the island, then she took Friend to a place. There was a boat. Friend got so happy to see it. Then Anaris told Gruner about it. Gruner said, "I know about this boat, and this was the boat of Portuguese. They came here, but then the creatures dragged them under the water. No one ever got to come to this island because of those creatures. I found some dynamite from this boat, but they were not working." Then Friend told him, "Let's go and search the boat. Maybe we can find something." Then Gruner said, "I have no interest about it. You can go alone." Friend said, "Just come with me and pump the oxygen. I will get under the water and search for some dynamite. Think about it. If we get some dynamite, then we can kill many creatures together." But Gruner said no to him. The next day, we saw that Anaris and Friend were having a bath together in the sea. Gruner was watching them and getting jealous. He thought why these two are getting so friendly. And then when Friend got back to the lighthouse, Gruner told him, "Fine, I will go with you." Friend told him, "If I pull the rope 3 times, then I need some help down there." Then Friend went so deep under the sea. He found so many boxes full of dynamite. He gives them to Gruner one by one, but then a baby creature came there. Friend got scared and pulled the rope 3 times. Gruner didn't pull him from the water, because he does not want to save him, but Friend gets out of the water on his own. Then they came back to the lighthouse with dynamite. They planted those dynamite all around the lighthouse, but sadly, no creatures came after a week of planting the dynamite. And then the temperature decreased and it started snowing. Gruner wanted to kill all of the creatures before the cold increases anymore. And that is why he always stays up to kill those creatures. He always stays up to blast the dynamite on them. Gruner got angry at the creatures. He said, "The creatures are playing games with us." Then he went to Anaris and starts beating her. But Friend stopped him. Gruner was so jealous about the fact that they became such good friends. Then Gruner told him, "If the creatures come tonight, let me know, and then I will blast them with my dynamite." Friend stayed outside the door so that he could keep his eye on the creatures. Then Gruner took Inaris to the rooftop and told her to cry and scream, so that the other creatures will come here after they hear her crying. Inaris started crying, and then all of the other creatures came there after they heard her scream. And then they attacked Friend. Somehow, Friend saved his life and got to the rooftop of the lighthouse. And then Gruner blasted all of the dynamite, and all the creatures died in that blast. Gruner and Friend were injured, but when they searched for Inaris, they could not find her. And then we saw that Inaris and some more creatures were there together. Then Friend realized that the creature never wanted to fight with them. All they wanted was peace. But Gruner wanted to kill them, and that is why they were attacking back. And then Gruner came there and pointed his gun at Inaris. He told her to go inside, but Inaris was angry at Gruner because he killed all those creatures. So she didn't listen to him and stared at him with anger in her eyes. Gruner could not believe all this. He acted like crazy and said, "What just happened here?" Then he went inside the lighthouse. Friend gave a boat made of bones to a baby creature. The kid was looking at the boat, and then Gruner fired on him. Then the kid died, and then at night all the creatures went back to the sea. Friend got back inside the lighthouse, and Gruner and Friend had a brutal fight. Gruner was about to kill Friend, but then Friend called him by his real name. He said, "I know you. You are the guy who came here before me to get the weather report. You were a weather observer, just like me. You told everyone that you're dead." Gruner got a little worried because he didn't want anyone else to know his real identity. Then they will take him away from here. Then he gets out of the lighthouse. All the creatures attacked him together and killed him. Now Friend was all alone. He spent a whole year in this lighthouse. Then a weather reporter and some captains came to the lighthouse. And the weather report will work here as a replacement of Friend. Friend was totally changed. His hair and beard had grown so big, they thought it was Gruner. Then they started their work, and Friend didn't tell them anything because he didn't want anyone to know about his real identity. When they asked him about Friend, he answered them exactly the same as Gruner. He said Friend got sick and died. Friend felt the exact same feeling as Gruner. He was living here in peace. No one would ever bother him. He loved his life. Then the captain said they will search this lighthouse. Then we saw that Inaris ran away from there and jumped into the sea. We realized that both of them stayed together. There was no one to bother them, and Friend also loved to stay here. The movie ends here. To watch more explanations of these kinds of movies, click on the videos on your screen. And don't forget to let me know how you feel about today's video in the comments down below. And at last, I will say, stay safe, stay well, thanks.